Hey everybody, Nate here, Hill and Ponton's video guy. One day I'll think of a more interesting intro, but for right now, that's all you get. Now, before we hop into the video, I want to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Those help us greatly in getting this information out to everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about how falling off a ladder can be related to a veteran's service 30 years prior, which is really interesting. So, can we dive into how that works, connecting falling off a ladder to service 30 years ago?
Sure. Yeah, I thought this case was extremely interesting as well. So it came to us just as a DIC claim. We take a lot of those and we look at them, and especially when the veteran had some kind of Vietnam service and some kind of herbicide exposure, because VA makes mistakes all the time. And so we like to just look at it, even if we don't know whether or not we can get something. And in this case, it was a Vietnam era veteran who was service connected for ischemic heart disease and also for a mental health condition and had TDIU for 7 years prior to his death. There's really doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to go by, considering his cause of death was blunt force trauma from falling off of a ladder. It took a little bit of creative thinking and really digging into the medical records to say, okay, there's something here. It's just a matter of how do we prove it?
Yeah.
And so with the veteran, he was already service connected for the ischemic heart disease due to Agent Orange exposure. And he had been service connected since about 2012, 2010. So that was quite some time. And to be rated at 60% for your heart means that your heart's in pretty bad shape. So we went through and did some research on medications that he was taking. So by specifically looking at medications he was on, whether or not some of the side effects of those were dizziness and fainting. We looked into his medical records to see if he had a history of falls based on his heart conditions, which he did. And we were able to then take all of that information and take it to a medical expert and say, this guy had a heart condition. These are his medications. This is what was going on. Do you think that his heart condition in any way contributed to his fall? And the medical expert was actually able to take a link looking at the medical history to say it appears as though it was some kind of syncope, some kind of fainting, a cardiac event, which actually caused the fall.
Mm.
So he had this cardiac event, he fell, and then refused to go to the hospital for some time as well. But even the symptoms, just from what the wife had said, they said was more indicative of cardiac event than it was blunt force trauma. And so, you can't always take the claims just as their face value of, oh, this guy fell. There's no way we're going to be able to service connect that, because that's not always true.
So it is often in your best interest to look deeper into the medical evidence that you have to figure out if there's something more there that you're just not seeing.
Correct. It's not always at face value. Even the death certificate didn't list any of the cardiac conditions as a cause of death. The widow actually tried to get the medical examiner to add those conditions on, and he refused,
Mm.
just saying it was blunt force trauma.
Yeah, when it comes to getting your benefits, sometimes you got to dig deep to find
Mhm.
them. Like we've mentioned in a previous video, it's about questioning those things that come through when you receive a decision because it may not always be correct.
Correct.
A super interesting video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to read more about heart conditions, we have it linked in the description below. And if you would like a free case evaluation, that's there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.